Hey guys, welcome to Ask Me Anything About Evernote number 8. 2 months worth of it now. Thanks for all your questions. Keep them coming. If you have a question, anything at all about Evernote, leave it in the comments and I'll add it to the big list and we shall get to it in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe. Head over to tamingthetrunk.com, tamingthetrunk.com. Subscribe there, subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe. You know what to do. So this week we have questions from Debbie and William. Thank you for your questions. So the first one from Debbie says, can you explain the switch to feature? I feel I should be using it, but I'm not sure what for. Switch to. Okay, so this is kind of like the one feature that if Evernote ever took it away, I would go on a rant. I'd actually sign up to Twitter, X, whatever it is. I'd go on a rant about it, right? It's really, really useful. So you get to the switch to feature on Windows using Control Q or Macs using Command J, I believe, right? So I'm on Windows. Now, one thing to point out, if you're in the editor, so if you're actually working in the editor and the toolbar up here is kind of like highlighted with all the little icons and everything, Control Q doesn't work. You have to be out of that. Okay, so you have to have focus on, say, click on a note or something like that. But there's an easier way around that. What you can do is you can customize another shortcut key to open up the switch to feature. So if we click on the little keyboard icon at the bottom of the sidebar and type in switch to, there we go. You can see I've mapped it to Control Numpad minus. That's what I use. Okay, you could use whatever you want. To remap the keys, you just click it, click edit. You can restore it back to default or disable it. So that's a keyboard shortcut sorted out. So when I do Control Numpad minus, a box appears and it says switch to. And the idea is that you can switch to another note, a notebook, whatever you want. So you just start searching. So if I type AMA, it comes up with the tag AMA, which I've tagged this note with. We can see all the notes as well. We can see the notebook, and you can literally just use your keyboard up and down if you want to, and we can click on that. So you can go to the notebook like that. You can switch to things really, really quickly. So if I use it again and I type in Bob, then I can flip to Bob Bobson, which is a made-up client of mine in my demo account of Evernote. If I switch back and go to AMA, can find AMA 8 and I can go straight back to the note that I was working in a minute ago. So that is how you use switch to. It also keeps a little list of your recent switches so that if there's kind of like a notebook or a tag or a something that you kind of go to an awful lot, you could open up your switch to and then you can see all the recent stuff that you have been to and just kind of like click on it so it can go back to the AMA questions notebook like that. And I think it's brilliant. I would love to see it's expanded on. I use this all the freaking time, all day long. I'd love to see maybe like I don't know, on a note here, maybe a little icon over the right-hand side where you can open the note in a new window, or maybe just even a control click and open it in a new window. I don't think that works. I've never tried that. Shall we try it? Let's see. No, we didn't. Didn't think it would. But I would love to be able to do that kind of like control click and open the note in a new window or something. I think that would be cool. It'd be nice to have other features, other functionality built into switch to. So that is kind of switch to. I use that more than search, way more than search. And it works on note titles, notebook titles, tags, things like that. And it's a real easy way to get yourself into a notebook or a tag or a note. Simple as that. Use it. Have a play with it. It's really cool. Okay, so next question. Let's get out of the switch to William. William. How you doing, William? I'd love to be able to click on a save search embedded in a note. Well, that's an idea. And rather than having to leave the note and look for a safe search elsewhere, for example, note dedicated to a particular client or something like that, blah, 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 or a note like a topic like Civil War, I could click on the save search for all notes referencing the Civil War. So this is a cool idea. I quite like the idea of being able to like embed or save a saved search or have a link to a saved search in a note. I think that could be quite useful, or maybe even a tag as well, so something like that. For folks who are not sure what a saved search is, let me do one. So saved search, standard search, and we go AMA, and we just do a search. Then at the top of the little list, you'll see Save Search up here. You can click on Save. You can add that to your shortcuts, all right, which appears in the sidebar on the left-hand side. So we can call this AMA like that and hit Save. And then in the search bar, there's a little search icon, AMA. And every time you click that, I don't know, we could be in a meeting note and then go to that, and it just does that search for you. Cool. That's what kind of like a saved search is doing. What we can't do is kind of get a link for that saved search. We can't like right click it and get a link and then paste that link into a note. I think that would be a good idea. I've not heard of anybody mentioning that before, to be fair, and I think it would be a really cool idea. One little workaround I'm thinking, so if you're looking for a particular topic like Civil War, for example, and you've got notes spread out amongst many different notebooks, what you could do is tag them and then have a tag in the shortcuts here, or even have a tag like in your little tag section here, and do it that way. It's kind of like a little bit of a workaround at the moment. I must admit, I do use shortcuts a lot. So I have a whole bunch of stuff in my shortcuts in my main Evernote account. And it's quite fluid as well. So I add things and take things away from the shortcuts, literally on a daily basis. So if I'm going out on a work trip or something like that, I'll have all the information about trains and hotels and whatever it is in a note, and it'll be a shortcut. And then when the job is finished, I'll just delete the shortcut. Simple as that. It's gone. So for me, it's very fluid. There's stuff going in and out of my shortcuts thing all the time. And that may be one little workaround. I think it would be a cool idea. Send them some feedback. I will mention it. Saved searches as a link in a note. Cool. What do you think? Leave me some comments. If you've got a question about Evernote, ask me anything. I'll add it to the list. Leave a comment below and I'll get to it in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Thanks for watching.